Hi guys, welcome back to Teen Talks, and right now we will be discussing the latest update from YouTube, or a very important update from YouTube regarding the upcoming tax changes about our YouTube earnings. So pag-usapan po natin yung latest email na natanggap natin, all monetized channels, those part of the partnership program ng YouTube. We all received this email yesterday, and I'm sure everybody's asking questions on how, why, and what to do next. So we will be answering those questions here at Teen Talks. With this video, I'll walk you through the upcoming tax changes that's going to be happening in YouTube, affecting those monetized channels or content creators outside the US. Yes, you heard me. This latest update from YouTube is concerning content creators na hindi po nakatira sa US or those residing in other countries outside the United States. I know tax informations or tax deductions or any tax updates is a little bit overwhelming, nakakatakot, it's a little bit shocking, and nakakakaba for us content creators. So I will be giving you the step-by-step process on the things that you need to do and the things that you need to know. Let's start. What's happening right now? Based on the email that we receive, content creators outside the United States will now be having tax deductions on their YouTube earnings by June 2021 or by mid-2021. This is because Google has the responsibility to comply with the US Internal Revenue Code at Chapter 3. Nakastate doon that Google needs to deduct taxes from content creators outside the United States. Specifically, content creators earning from viewers within the United States will have tax deductions from their US earnings. So, anong ibig sabihin? Ibig sabihin, yung mga kinikita natin sa mga viewers natin galing sa United States, those are the earnings na papatawan ng tax. Those are the earnings that's gonna be deducted by the US government ng tax nila. So again, I like to make it clear, only earnings that we are getting from the United States, yun lang ang apektado. Those are the only earnings that would be affected by these tax changes na nang mangyayari by June 2021. So ano yung mga earnings na to? What are these earnings? These are earnings coming from super chats, super stickers, channel memberships, ad revenues, even YouTube premiums. Ibig sabihin po, all earnings coming from the US. Kung saan man siya nanggaling, pagsasama-samahin, and those earnings, those are the ones gonna be deducted by the US tax. So how would this affect us? So anong dapat natin gawin? What do we have to do? For the next couple of weeks, we're gonna be asked to submit tax information. This tax information would help Google identify how much is the appropriate tax to be deducted on our US earnings. Again, yung tax information na isasubmit natin, tutulungan niya si Google para malaman kung ilang percentage ng tax pala yung talagang dapat i-deduct sa atin sa ating mga kinikita from the US. So we need to submit this information and process this form until May 31st, 2021, before the actual changes takes effect. I will be giving you a step-by-step process on how to properly answer the form to be able to get the appropriate or correct percentage of tax na dapat na madidak lang sa inyo. So the next question would be, how much are we gonna be taxed? Magkano yung ibabawas sa atin ni Google sa kinikita natin sa ating YouTube channels? Well, it depends on certain things. One, na-submit mo ba yung info form mo? If you were able to submit your info sheet, then malalaman nila kung ilang percentage talaga i-deduct sa'yo. Second would be, how much is your channel earning with the US viewers? Magkano ang kinikita mo sa mga views mo from the US? And of course, third would be if your country has a tax treaty with the United States. Because if you have a tax treaty with the United States, then you will be guaranteed a lower percentage of tax to be deducted. So pag-usapan natin isa-isa. Let's discuss this one by one. First, were you able to submit your tax information? If you were able to submit successfully your tax information sheet, you will be able to see there how much percentage is going to be deducted from you based on your US earnings. It would range from 0 to 30%. So what is the 30% that we're reading or we're hearing from other content creators? technically, withholding rate for US earnings is 30%. So, ibig sabihin, automatically by law, lahat ng kinikita mo from the US is taxable by 30%. Yun yung kinikita. So, if you are earning $150 from the US, then 30% would be $45, and that would be deducted by Google AdSense from your US earnings. Now, if you were concerned, magkano ba ang kinikita ko from the United States? How much am I earning from the United States? Then you have to go to your YouTube analytics. To calculate the estimated earnings from the US, go to analytics and click advanced mode. Of course, kumikita tayo on a monthly basis, so you have to make sure your date range is on a monthly basis. So click the month that you'd like to check. Click on geography and add a secondary metrics, more metrics, and click your estimated revenue. Then, hanapin mo na yung United States, and that's where you're gonna be seeing the estimated revenue from the United States. If you fail to submit the form, then dun na papasok yung 24%. If you fail to kanina, 30% will be deducted on your US earnings alone. Dun lang sa mga kinita mo from the US. But if you fail to submit the form entirely until this updates takes place by June 2021, Google would automatically presume that you are earning and you are a US-based content creator. And if you are a US-based content creator, hindi na lang US earnings mo ang babawasan. Automatically, Google AdSense will deduct 24% from the entire earnings that you get from your YouTube channel. So, ibig sabihin pala, US content creators are being deducted 24% from their total YouTube channel earnings. Lahat ng kinikita nila sa YouTube from all countries that they get earnings from is being deducted by 24%. So that's why it's very important that we would be able to submit the form before the deadline to avoid being deducted inappropriately by Google AdSense. Now, the last point to consider for your tax deductions would be, does your country has a tax treaty with the United States? If the answer is yes, then you can get the benefits from that treaty. Ibig sabihin, if the country that you are in right now, kung saan naka-address yung YouTube channel mo, ay merong existing na tax treaty with the United States, then you are qualified to enjoy the tax reduction benefits from that treaty. There's a big possibility na bababa, it's gonna be lower than 30%. Again, without the tax treaty, automatically it's 30% tax deductions from our US earnings. For example, I'm in the Philippines right now, and the Philippines has an existing tax treaty with the United States. So upon accomplishing my tax info sheet, I can initially see there that I'm only gonna be taxed 15% versus the 30% na withholding tax. So because of the tax treaty, from 30%, na-reduce na sa 15% yung tax na mababawas sa akin from my US earnings. How would you know if your country has an existing tax treaty with the United States? I've put down the link below. So going back to the email, it states that content creators outside the United States, Google AdSense would treat their earnings from the US as royalties. At kung titignan po natin, if we're gonna look at the tax treaty between the Philippines and the US, it states that yung royalties are only taxed by 15%. That's why from 30%, it got reduced to 15%. So if you don't answer the form correctly, ang makikita nyo po sa form is 30%. That's why you have to put in the correct information. So you have to prepare your tax identification number from the country that you're in right now to be able to claim this tax treaty benefits. And we'll use it later on as we accomplish the form. You will see the tax info form on your Google AdSense page. So click Add Tax Info and enter the password for your Google account. Then, click Individual, Next, and then No, and select W8BEN for Individual. You have to enter your country of citizenship, and for me, it's the Philippines. Then it's time to enter your tax identification number or your TIN number, followed by your complete mailing address. And select postal address is the same if it's the same. For the tax treaty, click yes and check the box for the resident of country claiming treaty with the US. And of course, select the country that you are in right now. Tick all the boxes for the special rates and conditions and selecting the lowest possible tax rate percentage. After accomplishing everything, a certificate would be shown and you have to confirm it together with your certification using your full name as your signature and click yes, I'm the person listed and hit next. Activities and services, you have to click no, certify it. Last part, and if you are a newly monetized channel and haven't received any salary from Google AdSense, choose the first one. But like me, I've already got my salary already, so I'm choosing the second one, and then that's when I click submit. You're all set and you will be receiving an email from Google AdSense. And you can always submit a new form for any changes. So keep in mind that Google AdSense would help us claim these tax treaty benefits as much as they can, as long as we provide them with the correct information. That's it. I hope I was able to answer your question, but if there's still anything you'd like to know, don't hesitate to comment it down below. And of course, if you like the video, please hit the like button and share. And of course, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified for future videos about YouTube. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching. This is Teen Talks, and I'll see you soon.